Welcome back, Coin Folk. Recently went into these albums not too long ago, and I'd taken them over to my mom to show her kind of the progress that we made on them. And she mentioned that she had this. Actually, she had this and one other quasi jar kind of in a vase that I guess she had gotten. I don't think there's anything super old in there, it doesn't look like. We kind of quickly glanced through them, but they're actually coins that my grandmother had gotten from her florist, I guess, who doesn't like to use her pennies. So she just kind of throws them in a jar. And now we ended up getting them. So we're going to take a look at them. Like I said, there's nothing super old in there. I think we found one wheat cent out of the whole jar. But there was some nice kind of mid to late 80s coins that were all in good shape. So there's a couple good varieties in those years we could look for, and if nothing else, we might find some upgrades for the albums. So we figured we'd take a look. So we're going to pop the top, as they say, and jump in and see what we can get. If nothing else, like I said, we should be able to find a few upgrades for the album, and hopefully something better. And if not, or if so, I guess, I'll bring you in for it. So I'll be back. Well, we're only about a couple dozen coins into the hunt here. Got a 67 on the scope. Not in the best of condition, but down here we got a little clip. Nothing super dramatic, but it is a small little straight clip. Just kind of where the planter gets cut off in the punch out process, so we'll take that. A little nice little error. Been great if it was a little deeper into the coin, but we can't complain. Finding a nice little error for face value, so we will take that for sure. And keep on moving through the box. I'm just kind of, or not box, so used to hunting boxes. Keep on going through the jar, and we'll see what we can find. I've just been setting a few aside that look like they'll probably upgrade the album, so that's good as well. So I'm gonna keep on going and see what else we get. So we've only made it down about this far into the jar, and we already have another good one. Got some set aside here to looking for upgrades up there. But we got a 72 under the scope. See, pretty decent doubling there on a 2, and then it gets better as we move around here. On Liberty, probably stands out most. It's under the L there, but it's all doubled all throughout. Coins, a little circulated, but doesn't stand out as well, but it's all throughout Liberty, and it really stands out up here on the motto. See it doubling on all the letters all throughout the motto. We got FS 103, which is pretty sweet find. It's my first 72 double die. I can't tell you how many pennies and never found one. Get this little jar, she pays some dividends. Real crazy over here on Trust. You can kind of see it all throughout. So pretty cool little find. I will gladly take that. And we're going to keep on moving. See what this jar gives us. It's been great so far. Better than any penny hunt I've ever done. I don't know, maybe 2.5 rolls through the hunt, I think. Something like that. Maybe a little more, but not too much. So we're going to jump back in. Keep on moving. Hopefully the finds keep coming. Well, we finished up rolling through this jar here. Got our 2 little finds out of the jar. Both came pretty early. But we had our 1967 with a little clip down here at about 7 o'clock. And our first 72 double die. FS 103. A pretty decent little coin in shape, or condition rather. And we also have this pile here that we're going to run through. It's just stuff I kind of set aside as I was going through that might be some upgrades for albums. So let me go through that process, and I'll bring you back in, show you what we're going to put in the album or swap out of the album or whatever it might be. So let's jump in. Alright, so decided to do this just by decades. We don't have too much going on at once, but We got a 91 Denver. Even though we're upgrading, we'll need to upgrade again. It's got that ugly little spot in front of his nose, but for now it's an upgrade. Got a nice 92 there. What do we got down here? 93 Denver, 94, 95 Denver, and 96, and lastly a 97. So it'll all be upgrades for what we got in the book currently. So let me get them popped in, and then I'll jump into the 80s. Alright, so we got our 80s laid out here. Got a few upgrades, a few hole fillers. We got a 1980 Philly, a little upgrade. Same on the 81. And once we get into the 82s, he didn't have any of them plugged into the album. I think maybe he just wasn't quite sure what he was looking for offhand. But we got a few to fill some spots for now. We got the 82 Copper Large Date, 82 Denver? Yeah, 82 Denver Copper Large Date, and 82 Denver Zinc Small Date. We got 83 Denver to upgrade. Got 85 Denver and 86 Philly to upgrade. Up here we got an 88 Denver to plug in, an 89 upgrade, and an 89 Denver upgrade. So that's it for this decade. So let me get these plugged in. We'll come back and do the small handful of the rest of them that we got. Probably do the 60s and 70s all together, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got our 50s, 60s, and 70s laid out here across two books. Got a 59 Philly to fill that hole. Got an upgrade on a 60 Philly and a 62 Denver in this book. And then jumping over here, we got an upgrade on a 66 and a 68 Denver to fill that hole. A 71 Denver for an upgrade, and a 74 Denver for an upgrade. And then up here we got a 76 for an upgrade, 78, and a 79, all for upgrades. So that's going to be a wrap. Well, I'll get these plugged in, but then I'll be wrapped up with this hunt. So it didn't turn out too bad. A couple nicer finds and plenty of album upgrades, a few hole fillers, and not too shabby. So someday I might be back with another little jar like this that she has over at the house. So who knows? Someday we'll see. But for now, folks, this could be it. I'm gonna get these tidied up, and we'll be on to something else. So peace.